Triple H continues to set records in his WWE era with that sledgehammer-like nose, but unfortunately for him, those records are negative. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling here for another ratings video, and surprise, surprise, they do not look good in the world of professional wrestling and in the world of WWE, because we're here to talk about Saturday night's main event on NBC. And we know that Triple H, back in the day, as a wrestler, in-ring competitor, he liked to bury guys. He liked to get the shovel out and bury anybody that was going to get close to taking his world title, close to taking his main event spot. Now he's using his big nose to bury himself. He's using it as a shovel, but he's jumping inside it and he's taking WWE down with him. This new era of Triple H is not good. Now, last month, it was Saturday night's main event on December. The first time they had a Saturday night main event, I believe, in what, like 14, 15 years, something like that. And it was the lowest rated Saturday night main event of all time, with a 1.59 million. Well, good news for Triple H, good news for WWE. They broke that record already, just a month later. Saturday night main event on NBC, Saturday, January 25th, 2025. They're already setting a brand new record-breaking number with 1.494 million. So they're down 96,000 from last month's show. That equates to a 6% loss. Then we look at the key demo for this show. It did a 0.33, the 18 to 49 demographic. Last month, Saturday night's main event did a 0.42. So they're down a decent amount there. 21% they are down in the key demo. 21% less people watched this Saturday night's main event compared to last Saturday night's main event. And honestly, can you blame them? I don't think so. Last one was crap. The last one was awful. I don't blame people for not tuning in to watch this one. And we've said on this channel, we ain't watching the next one. We'll look at the results. We'll do a recap on it. We'll talk about the numbers. But we're not watching the next Saturday night main event, because as bad as WWE is with Raw, SmackDown and the premium live events, I think Saturday night main event is worse. It is like a televised house show. It's just match after match after match, and yeah, they let Jesse Ventura talk for a little bit, but after 10 minutes, that kind of just wears off, and they just force match. It's like a conveyor belt of matches, and everything feels rushed. You get like commercial breaks every 2 seconds. It's not an enjoyable show. Not an enjoyable show at all. So, how did Saturday night's main event do in comparison to the competition it had? Well, AEW Collision was head-to-head on TNT, and that averaged 250,000 viewers. So, not good for Collision, but going up against WWE, what did they expect? We had the Lakers versus the Warriors airing on ABC in primetime. That got over 3 million viewers. What else did we have? The earlier game, Houston versus Kansas City, before 7 p.m, averaged 1.62 million viewers, and as well in the basketball. So we had some basketball games in there. We had college basketball and some NBA. So, I mean, yeah, we can sit here and make excuses, but at the end of the day, if WWE was good, it would be doing bigger numbers in the basketball, because guess what? The Attitude Era used to beat the basketball. It used to beat Major League Baseball. And hell, sometimes on the odd occasion, it even beat football. But this current WWE ain't beating anything. The only thing they can beat is AEW. And that's sad, because AEW's numbers are down in the dirt. AEW numbers at an all-time low. I know a lot of WWE fans like to brag about beating AEW, but, you know, it's like, it's not that impressive, you know. It's like they say, if you win the Special Olympics, are you really the fastest or the best person in the world at that particular event? No. You know, you were against a non-competent group of people, and I guess you could argue that that's exactly what's happening here with WWE. They're beating AEW, but it's like inferior competition. You know, they're not taking on the best of the best. It's substandard. You know, it's not peak. So it would be like an able-bodied person taking on a disabled person and bragging about beating them. It's not very impressive. So yeah, I mean, WWE, continue to do what you're doing, but these numbers are really, really poor. So just nothing really to praise about this company right now. The numbers are at an all-time low. They will pretend that this error's great, but it's not. I mean, it's really not. The numbers don't prove it. You know, if it was great, the numbers would be up. The interest would be up. Everything would be up, but nothing's up. In fact, everything's down when it comes to viewing. Yeah, they might be setting record gates, but they don't tell you why they're setting record gates. It's purely because of inflation and just charging for dear ticket prices. Of course, if you're charging like 4 or 5 times what you used to charge, then you're going to set record gates at those arenas. That's not rocket science. Do you know what I mean? But whatever, some people fall for that crap. Most viewed YouTube clips, though, from Saturday night's main event. Shawn Michaels hit Sweet Chin Music on Kevin Owens. That got 1.268 million, so, you know, the biggest draw on Saturday night main event was Shawn Michaels. Second place, Jacob Fatu bloodies Braun Strowman with Fish's Attacks, 840,000. Third place, full Saturday night's main event highlights, 597,000. Fourth place, full match, Gunther versus G Uso, 526,000. Fifth place, Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax, 407,000. Sixth place, Braun Breaker versus Sheamus, 173,000. Nobody cared about that whatsoever. Seventh place, we had Rhea Ripley backstage and exclusive, welcoming all challengers for WrestleMania. And in eighth place, we had Lillian Garcia moving rendition of the national anthem. That got 107,000 viewers. So, I mean, you take away the national anthem, you take away the exclusive backstage that wasn't a part of the show. Look at the lowest rated clip. Braun Breaker versus Sheamus, 173,000. Just nobody cares, man. Really low numbers. Piss poor. Just pretty much zero interest from people. And this is the Intercontinental Feud. You know, this is the mid-card title on Raw, the so-called workhorse title. That division's terrible. Braun Breaker has lost all his momentum, and he's just the people they bring up from NXT. Unfortunately, they're not stars, they're not draws. I think they've got the potential. I like Braun Breaker, I like Carmelo Hayes, I like these guys, but they just don't move the needle. They don't move the number because WWE don't book them properly. They come in and they just. I mean, look at Carmelo Hayes having a best of 7, best of 8, best of 9, 100 matches against Andrade. What's that going to do for the guy? Absolutely nothing. How about try to actually do something with the guy? Have some vignettes, make him cool, you know, make him do stuff. But no, having him job out to Andrade 50 times, that ain't doing shit. Anyway, guys, there's your numbers there for Saturday Night Main Event. Really poor, lowest rated Saturday Night Main Event in WWE history. Hardly surprising. I thought it was going to break the record after what we've seen last month. And, you know, arguably, on paper, was this card worse? I mean, possibly. It probably was, to be fair. I think the last card looked slightly better. But either way, everything's so predictable. You know, you know who's going to win. And a predictable show is never a good show. So anyway, guys, that's it. We'll catch you in the next one. Until then, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and peace.